Friend, welcome back to Algorithm Visualized. This is Golden Thumb. To learn algorithm or in general computer science, we need a lot of practice. After we understand the basic idea, the sum theorem, right? Theory. The rest is practice. Yeah. So this stage we are talking about stack and the recursion. In this video, let's play more about the simple recursion. To build the habit of recursive thinking, we need practice. So let's create a Xcode project to use Swift to do some simple recursion. Okay, so Xcode. Let's create a new. My favorite app is iOS app. So let's create one for Tower of Hanoi. Yeah, eventually we'll implement Tower of Hanoi, but we can use this as a kind of playground. Tower of Hanoi for our baby steps for recursion. So storyboard Swift, yes. Next. Let's put our stuff here inside temp. Or your favorite directory. Create. I'll use this as my favorite simulator, and make sure it's runnable before we move on. The empty project, by default, it should be runnable. Yeah, so you can see our simulator, iPad simulator here. We don't need that. And when we see an empty screen here like that, it means the project was created successfully. Okay, stop it. Then we can go here, TOH tests, or we can create a new test file. Okay, let's create a new one under this folder. Right click, new file, and Swift file, Xcode Touch. Let's use this one, unit test case. Next, give a name. We'll do recursion tests. Recursion tests. Yeah, something like that to follow the naming convention. Yeah, we can accept the default folder. So it's here. We can move up like that. It doesn't matter. Okay, so there are 4 functions here. We don't need any of them. We can simply remove them. Yeah, that delete. Now let's create our own functions and test it. So we'll define the function to do recursive factorial. Func like that, name factorial of like, right, n data type int and return type int. So base case, if n is 1 or 0, right, 0, then return 1. Otherwise, right, what is the rest? So whenever your memory about the recursion is rusty, always go to think about the Tower of Hanoi, right? If we want to move n disks from one pack to the other, as long as we have the base case, if we can do one disk following the game rule, Then we can make the recursive assumption or recursive hypothesis. It means we can assume by recursion we can move n-1 disks from the starting point to the destination. Yeah, here. Let's do our rest of the job, right? We can hand the rest of the job to recursion, right? n-1, assuming we can get that. Now the answer should be, right, n times rest. Then we can return answer like that. Let's create, right, this should work. So how to run it? We don't run the app. Yeah, it doesn't cover, it doesn't go here. So we create a test file, easy, type test like that and enter. So we test factorial. Yeah, so here we can print the result, right? Like factorial of 5, it should be 120. Let's run it. So click this one. Actually, if we save, command S to save, we can see a diamond icon here, which if we click here, we run only this code. Yeah. And the simulator will be brought up shortly, and it will be gone. Yeah. So here is the output. We can, I think we can hide this part. Okay. Like that. So you can see more of the output here. Yeah. So this one and the thing after the 120 is the output of Xcode unit test. So this is our output. Yeah. And we can also use an xct assert equal xct assert equal to verify that, like 120 has to be, right, factorial of 5. Now we can remove this one. Say we put the 121 here and run it. It will turn, it turns red. Yeah, because it's wrong. And with the message xct assert equal failed. 121 is not equal to 120. Yeah, so we can, right, fix that and test again. Yeah, it passed. Okay, so let's create another one quickly. Sum up, right? So func sum of n int, it returns int, and what's the base case? The base case, if n is 1 or 0, okay, let's do 1 this time, return 1, right? The rest, right, if we want to calculate, yeah, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus dot 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 plus m, we only need, right, if we know that, then we know the total. So this one is the rest of the job we can handle to the recursive function call. Okay, so let's make it explicit, right? Explicit, let rest equals sum up n minus 1. Now we can return n plus rest, right? Or yeah, let's create our test file for that. Test sum up. So we can go directly to xct assert equal. So we know 5050 is the sum up of from 1 to 100, right? So sum up 100. So save, command S save, and click here to test this single test case. It is green, right? So it means it works. And of course we can get, to get rid of that line of code by cut this one, put here, and put it here. It's same. Just save one line of code and test again. Yes, it works. And by the way, if we click here, it will run all the test cases in this file. Yeah, let's try. Yeah, so here we implement the two simple recursive functions, sum up and factorial. Okay, great. Thank you for watching. See you next time.